everything that I've cleaned up, yeah, yeah, fuck that kid, you know, he kind of sucks.
Hey Larry, haven't talked to you in a while, and I got something that's kind of bothering me. So, there's this idea of complacency, right? And I'm going to go through history and talk about how they feel really profound to me. First off, let's start with the Ionians, because they're first. These guys are the inventors of science. Yeah, I'm saying that right. They invented science. So they were an agricultural society, and so they're working their ass off in the fields, and they invent these technologies, and they see which one works best with experiment. So they're working with their hands. These are hard guys, and they live in the Mediterranean. They're right across the Aegean Sea from Greece, and so there's all these people from from Greece and from Rome and from Egypt and from these powers in Asia, and they're like, hey, all of our gods tell you, like, hey, you should give us your stuff. They say, oh, give us your stuff. Our God says so. Romans, our God says, give us your stuff. And they're like, oh, what if all you guys are wrong? So they build a wall, but they stop using their hands when they build their wall. They invent slavery. And after they build the wall, they invade slavery, they distance themselves from the work that they do. So what ends up happening is they get conquered. So what got them to where they were was working with their hands, and it's also what it was the unraveling of their society. The Mongols, their great leader Genghis Khan, he wasn't always Genghis Khan, his name was Temujin. When Temujin grew up, him and his brother conspired to kill their dad, because his dad was a scumbag. He was beating his mom, he was beating the shit out of them. We've had enough. That takes a lot out of you. Like, emotionally, this guy's very scarred, and in order to get by, he had to strive every day. To give you an example of this, so they're not an agricultural society. These guys are hunter-gatherers. Each male has about 4 horses, one that they ride, and then 3 that carry all their stuff, because they're going from place to place. And they can call them by just whistle, and then the horse will come. Like, the training that goes into that is absurd. When they could strike a bird out of the sky mid-stride, when the horse's all 4 hooves have left the ground, so there's no jostling, they would string their bow and they would get their meal. So very hard people. They conquer the world and they enslave everyone and they have everything they want. Genghis Khan, their fearless leader, dies, and then they get conquered, because once you kick your feet up, once you have everything you want, you no longer have to innovate. This idea is also in Sunset Unlimited, the Tommy Lee Jones and McCormick McCarthy duo movie. So Tommy Lee Jones and Samuel L. Jackson played both sides of the religious debate, and one of the things that really stuck with me was Samuel L. Jackson he's giving Tommy Lee Jones his meal, and he's like, but they're in the hood, and he's like, why don't you just, Tommy Lee Jones is like, why don't you just get out of here, like, leave? And then he kind of tells him, like, why his heart is there is, anyone can make a steak taste good. A ribeye, you just put it on a grill, you take it off, it's delicious, okay? But when all you have is scraps that get passed down to you, you have to take whatever, you still want it to taste good, so you have to take and mix and match and test all these things. Only the poor have to innovate.